Welcome to Intimacy Factor. My name is Bob. This is a space where we talk honestly about relationships, heartbreak, and healing. Today's story comes from a real letter sent by someone named Carol. She's been through betrayal, the kind that changes everything. But her story is also one of courage, reflection, and the quiet hope that healing is still possible. This is Carol's letter.
Dear Bob, it started the day he stopped looking me in the eyes. At first, I made excuses for him. Work stress, exhaustion, a phase. But the distance? It kept growing. He stopped laughing with me, stopped seeing me. He was physically there, but emotionally? He was gone. I'd reach out and feel him flinch, like I was someone he didn't recognize anymore. His phone turned into a locked box. His schedule got hazy. And the silence between us? It got loud. We both knew something was breaking, but neither of us wanted to name it. I asked him, softly, carefully, "Is something wrong?" He told me, "You're overthinking." A week later, I asked again. "You're being paranoid," he said. Eventually, I stopped asking. I didn't like who I was becoming, anxious, unsure, small. Nights were the hardest. He'd turn his back to me in bed, and I'd just lie there, staring at the ceiling, wondering what I did wrong. I'd replay every argument, every moment I wasn't perfect, as if perfection could have saved us. Then one night, his phone buzzed. He was in the shower, and something inside me just knew. I wasn't the type to snoop. I believed in trust. But trust can't exist without truth, and truth had left our house a long time ago. I opened it. One message turned into a thread. Photos. Inside jokes. Late night misuse. My hands were shaking. My stomach flipped. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. When I finally confronted him, he didn't lie, didn't fight. He just looked down at the floor and whispered, "I'm sorry. I was lost. I didn't know how to fix what I broke." That night, I didn't leave. Not because I forgave him, but because I was numb. I cried on the bathroom floor for hours. Tried to wash the betrayal off in the shower, but it stayed. It lived in my bones. I stopped eating. Stopped replying to texts. I'd stare in the mirror and not recognize the woman looking back. No one talks about this part. The aftermath. The way it seeps into your skin. The way it humbles you. How the world keeps turning, while inside, you're crumbling. Eventually, I asked him to move out. Not to punish him, but because I couldn't breathe around him. I started therapy. Joined a support group. And every day, I did one hard thing. Got out of bed. Brushed my teeth. Took a walk. Some days, that was all I could do. Other days, I'd journal until my hand hurt. I cried in the grocery store. I cried folding laundry. I cried when I found an old photo of us, smiling in a time I thought was real. He texted me every day. Sometimes I answered. Sometimes I didn't. He told me he ended it. That he was in therapy too. That he wanted to rebuild. But I told him, rebuilding doesn't mean resume. It means starting over. With truth. With grit. Without guarantees. So he came to therapy with me. We unpacked the resentment. The loneliness. The drift. We owned our parts. But the cheating? That was his. It took months before I could look at him without flinching. Even longer before I could believe a word he said. But I was doing the work too. Letting go of trying to control the outcome. Letting go of the version of us I used to grieve. I stopped waiting. Stopped bending. Stopped shrinking to keep the peace. I chose me. Without guilt. Eventually, I let him move back in. Not all at once. Slowly. With boundaries. With conditions. He had to earn it, not as punishment, but for my protection. We went back to dating. Had weekly check-ins. Talked. Like really talked. He showed up. Not perfectly. But honestly. He listened. He held space. He stayed accountable. And me? I'm not the woman who begged for crumbs anymore. I don't chase love. I don't beg. I ask. I express. I expect truth. Healing wasn't graceful. There were nights I wanted to burn it all down. But there was this small, stubborn voice inside me whispering, "Don't rush. Just rebuild. With or without him, you rebuild." And I did.
Carol's story reminds us that healing doesn't come from chasing or forcing. It comes from showing up as yourself, raw, real, and patient. If you've been hurt, you don't need to have it all figured out right now. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to take a step back, breathe, and say, "This hurts." And if you're the one who caused the pain, don't drown in guilt. Be present. Listen without defending. Change without being asked 100 times. Healing won't look perfect. It won't follow a straight line, but it is possible. And sometimes it starts the moment you stop pretending and start telling the truth to yourself and to each other. Thank you for listening to Carol's story. If it spoke to you, if you're going through something similar, just know this: you are not alone. We heal in layers. We rebuild in moments. And the first step is asking for help. Share your thoughts in the comments. Someone else might need to hear your voice. And don't forget to subscribe for more true letters, raw stories, and reminders that healing is always possible, right here on Intimacy Factor. Click the link in the description below to explore more, connect with us, or quietly submit your own letter, anonymously if you'd like.